So Judd, what I want to do is I want to kind of start off by having you tell us a little bit about Jaybird and as just to kind of give everybody a little bit of background. Judd and I met at Macworld way back in January, believe it or not, and we've been emailing each other back and forth for gosh, it's 7 months now. And I'm super excited to have Judd on the show because we had a great interview at Macworld, and he seemed like a really cool guy. So I want to thank him for taking some time out of his schedule. And Judd, why don't you tell us a little bit about how the company got started, and tell us a little bit about Jaybird and how you got involved, because we always find that interesting.
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right, it's a really fun story. The reason I'm here in Australia is, well, obviously I'm not faking this accent, it's a real thing. So I'm originally from over here in Australia, and I was in America, lived in Utah for about 10 years with my wife. She's American. I was involved with another successful business, and once I'd wound that one up, I said to my wife, hey, what are we going to do next? Let's do something really fun. And we're both very passionate about sport. I love my music while I work out, and so we decided to come up with something really small. We could listen to music while we ran or while we even swam, and so we started developing something waterproof. And as we developed further and further, we found that we couldn't put the entire MP3 player on the ear. It was just too big. And so we ended up thinking about headphones that would be waterproof for swimming, but yet wireless as well. And as we started testing things, we found the Bluetooth. Hey, Bluetooth doesn't work underwater. Go figure. It goes about 3 inches before it starts fading out. And so started focusing on above water sports. And yeah, and ended up with Bluetooth headphones. And now this was a couple of years ago. This was when Bluetooth headphones were really in the infant stages. You had big earmuff style ones, and that was about all you had. Motorola came out with the S9, and Jaybird came out with the JB200s in the same year. It's been a great run for the last couple of years. It was pretty interesting timing for us to come out when Bluetooth stereo was just really starting to get started. And right now, here in 2009, is really the first time Bluetooth stereo is starting to make a mark in the music. Pretty exciting. So that's what we did. We surrounded ourselves with some really good experts in the various fields. We had great industrial designers that we recruited, really good people who knew the supplier industry, reps who can work with the retailers. So we've got a great team here at Jaybird. Some really innovative designs coming later this year. We're very. As far as the logo, someone mentioned the logo. That's kind of a fun little story. The guy that does the logo for Kelly Slater. If anyone doesn't know who Kelly Slater is, he is I think he's the 9 times world champion now in surfing. He came up with a new brand called Community. Logo designer, Doherty in Southern California. He had done his logo, and so we had him do the J. Kind of fun to be involved with him. He came up with some really funky logos, and we came up with a bit more of a sportier one. So Jaybird, yeah, our focus is Bluetooth sports. We really want to be in the authoritative sports audio company.
Now, the two really there's three major well, I would guess 3 different models that you're really kind of marketing hard right now, right, Judd? It's the Tiger Eyes, the Endorphins, and then the Freedom, and I think it's what is it? The Freedom. Tell us a little bit about each one of those models and what makes them unique.
Yeah, sure. All right. I see a question here from someone. How did you get the name Jaybird? We came up with 20 names. I just brainstormed all of these names together, and I presented it to the people in our old company as we were getting started. We had about 35 people. They were all pretty young, and we had some pretty crazy names in there, and it just came back as Jaybird. Jaybird was the the one that was the most playful and most fun. The way that Jaybird got into the shortlist was, there's an expression out there called naked as a Jaybird, and so we were thinking, if we're going to be wireless, playing sports and listening to music wirelessly, it's like being naked as a Jaybird, so that's how that name came about. I was talking to Rick Olden from Skull Candy the other week, and I asked him how he got Skull Candy, and he said he sent an email out to all his mates and asked for a good suggestion for a company name. Actually, I think he said the very first email that came back was a friend that he hadn't spoken to in a couple of years, and the friend just said Skull Candy, and Rick said that he spent the next 2 weeks telling the rest of his friends why their name wasn't as good as this other one. So that's how he came up with Skull Candy. So company names, it's just a whole fun process in that. But as far as the 3 products, yeah, we have the Jaybird JB200 Freedom Bluetooth headphones. They were really the first to really be unobtrusive. They work behind your ear. The Motorola S9 was also a very successful product from 2007 to present. It's a little more obvious, has a big bar behind your head, but it's been a very good seller as well. The focus of the Freedoms is obviously to be out of the way. They put. If you go to YouTube, you can see that my channel is Jaybird Is, and you can see some elite gymnastics. You can see some elite using the headphones and doing some pretty crazy tricks with them on there. And then we've got the 2 new wired products. We've got the Tiger Eyes and the Endorphins. Tiger Eyes feature a mic, so they're great for iPhone, and the Endorphins, the focus with those is just music, and they are actually quite good. When your Bluetooth headphones run out of batteries, you need a backup pair. So these Endorphins are really fantastic, because what you can do is you just put the earphones in, the wire goes over your ear, around behind your head, you get a little slider that slides up the wire in behind your head, and you can tuck the wire down your shirt into your pocket, so you're got a wireless workout without needing to charge the unit. So those are our 3 products. Again, we've got some really innovative and exciting designs coming later this year.
Awesome. And guys, if you haven't seen any reviews on the Tiger Eyes, the Endorphins, or in fact the JB200 Freedom Bluetooths, you can check out on Buy Me an iPhone, as well as my YouTube channel. My YouTube channel is Moccia. We did the interview with Judd over at Macworld, and he demonstrates a little bit about him. I mean, it's only about a 3 or 4 minute interview, so you can go check it out there. Also check out Jaybird's YouTube site. It's Jaybird Is. Okay, and make sure you guys follow Jaybird on Twitter, and that is Rock the Bird, right, Judd?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so that's all 3 ways, and if you guys can throw, thank you, Mike. Omar's throwing it in there. Everybody, when I throw up a link, or throw out a link, I'd appreciate if you guys throw it in there. So you guys are on that very well. So I'm using the Tiger Eyes today, and I used them on the boat today, and I love the Tiger Eyes. So Judd, tell us a little bit about. I know that between like January and now, you've been working a ton on the Freedom, the JB200s, as well as the Bluetooth, the stereo Bluetooth, and the new iPhone 3.0. Tell us a little bit about how actually does Bluetooth work with the iPhone, if you can, and some challenges that it presents, and just kind of a little bit about the development and how you kind of make these things work, because it's such a new technology for stereo headphones. I mean, everybody knows a Bluetooth mouse, that's pretty, dumbed down. But I mean, stereo Bluetooth for headphones is a whole different ballgame.
Yeah. Well, I commend Apple for coming on board and finally including Bluetooth stereo in their iPhone and iPod Touch products. I'd like to see the iPod products as well having A2DP as well. That'd be really good. A lot of the other manufacturers have included A2DP in their products a long time ago, and I think it was wise of them to do so early, because that's really where the move is. I mean, you think about anyone who's going to go work out at the gym, run on the treadmill, go for a run outside, having a wire like this is really silly. And so I'd imagine 5 years from now, we may have a place in society where people will be running down the street, and you might see someone running with a wire, and people will kind of take a second look at them and wonder why they have a wire running off them. So I really think Bluetooth stereo is the future for sports and listening to music while you're doing it. As far as iPhone goes, Apple has got A2DP in there, which is great. The quality so far is, from the reviews I've read, is people want to see the quality to be a little bit better. One of the main features that people have noticed that is lacking is the AVRCP functionality, which is forward track, and I'm confident that they'll have that out. They'll be including that in iPhone pretty soon. We'll see what they do. We're talking with them about what they plan to do and so forth, but they're pretty guarded with what they say, of course.
So what were some of the challenges in kind of getting the Bluetooth to work with 3.0 with Apple being so kind of secretive?
Well, it was good to be able to have that announcement. I guess they announced it, what was it, about April or so. That was good news. They sent the 3.0 beta out to everyone, and we were able to test the headphones and found that they worked great. It was really good, other than the track controls, of course. If your headphones don't have a volume control on it, that's going to be a problem with iPhone, because the iPhone locks off the volume control when it goes into Bluetooth mode. So if you have Bluetooth headphones, make sure that it has a volume control, because otherwise you'll be blasting your ears out at full volume. It's no good.
Awesome. Now, I want to just interject here real quick. What we're going to do, guys, with the giveaways, again, like I said, Judd is giving away 2 pairs of Tiger Eyes tonight, 2 pairs of Endorphins, and 2 pairs of the Freedom JB200s. Now, guys, just so you know, okay, make sure that you check out all Judd's stuff. Make sure you subscribe to their YouTube channel, and make sure that you follow them on Twitter, because this is unprecedented for us, guys. I just kind of did this quick in my head driving back from the river today. This is over $600 worth of stuff. So Judd's being very, very generous tonight. And what we're going to do is we're going to include a Buy Me an iPhone t-shirt with each one of them. So you guys can get your Buy Me an iPhone orange t-shirt. So what we're going to do, guys, is we're going to give away the Tiger Eyes and the Endorphins throughout the show, like we normally do, with some trivia questions. And for the Freedoms, the JB200s, okay, what we're going to do is I'm going to give out a couple of random words throughout the show tonight. It's going to be between now and the end of the show, okay? And we're kind of doing it this way because we know that when we ask a trivia question, it tends to be the person with the fastest finger and the fastest internet connection that usually wins it. So we want this to be fair. So what I'm going to do is every time I say auga, okay, I'm going to give you a random word after that, okay? And at the end of the show, you email me all the random words, and the first one that emails me all the random words, or the first 2, are going to win the JB200s. So you got to do a little bit of work for the Freedoms, guys. Okay, the other ones are going to be relatively easy. So Judd, now getting back to the interview, I'm sorry, I just kind of had to throw that out there. Now you spend some of your time in Australia and some of your time in Utah. How does that kind of work for business? And I mean, it's not odd, but I just find it fascinating that you're in Australia sometimes and you're in Utah sometimes, and the time zone difference. And what's the benefit of that for you?
Oh, I love it. I was living in Utah for 10 years, and I found that I was working from home a lot. I have an IP phone on my desk. I have a laptop, and yeah, I said to my wife, "Hey, do you want to move back to the beach? Because we can do this from the beach half the time." So we have 4 kids, and we moved back over here to Australia. I have a longboard. That's a skateboard. I skateboard out to the beach every morning. It's about 1 street away. Check out the surf. If it's worthwhile, I'll grab one of these boards and go out for a surf. And then I come back about 6 a.m., which is, it's about noon Pacific time, and just get on the phone with people in the US. You could be anywhere. You can do anything you want in this life, and you can do it from anywhere. Fantastic. So that's my lifestyle. I come over for CES in January, so that's December. I come over for probably 2 months, December, January. Then I was just over there again for 5 weeks. When we got back, the security system was playing up, and so the whole neighborhood could hear our alarm going off. So this was my solution. There it is. This normally sits outside the house, a little police siren, and here's the phone call, and that was annoying everyone. So it's had its history.
Oh, that's hilarious. So, and guys, just so you know, Judd had a little internet problem, when he got back. So, he did a lot of work to get his internet going to be on tonight. So, and just so you guys know, it is, what time is it? Let me get my clock up there. It is about 1:30 on Sunday afternoon in Australia. So, I mean, that just blows my mind. So maybe Judd during football season can tell us who wins the early football games so we can get bets down in Vegas.
Yeah, I saw a chat comment earlier. Someone asked if we plan to expand our range of products for other MP3 players or music devices. Let me just talk a bit about that. Because it's Bluetooth, the freedoms of Bluetooth, and next generation products will be the same Bluetooth product. Sure. So it's just good to have a standard. So that works with everything. But yeah, most of our customers use an iPhone or an iPod Touch. If it's not one of those, it's an iPod. So you're talking the lion's share of our customers are an Apple product, which is just amazing. It's a real testament to what Apple has been able to do as far as reaching out, connecting with us all, and finding a need that we really good job. So most of our customers are Apple customers, but all the other devices, they use Bluetooth as well. We actually have in the works, early stages, the thought of doing a small speaker. It's about that size and quite aerodynamic, and it'll work for triathletes on their headphones and cycle safely without needing to have headphones in their ear. That'll be Bluetooth, so that'll work with iPhone or any other device like that. That's good, because there's a lot of cyclists out there who are putting their life in their hands with earphones in their ear. So good.
No doubt about it. And guys, I do a lot of long distance bicycling, and I mean, you have to be really attentive to what's going on the road, and I can't do it with headphones in. So that would be a great product for me. So, Judd, you ready to give away a set of Tiger Eyes?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I've got the first question, and you can kind of get an idea, and then you come up with the next question for the set of endorphins. Earlier in the show, okay, Judd talked about the company Jaybird, and guys, the first one in the chat, by the way, will win these. Okay, so if my ops can keep an eye on that, that'd be great. So How many names did they come up with in the list to get Jaybird? Okay, there's Tech Mugen. So Tiger Eyes, I'm just going to write this down. Tech. That was kind of an easy one, but we're going to start it out easy. Tech, M-U-G-E-N. Okay, so Tech Mugen, what I need you to do is I need you to email me, okay, your username here on BlogTV, your name and address formatted the way that it's going to go on the envelope, okay, and I need you to email that to Tom Moccia, TOMMOCCIA @buymeaniphone.com, as well as PM me here, so direct message me here. Okay, so I'm going to make sure that we've got, we don't have any posers trying to get your headphones. Okay, so Tech, do that, and I'll take a screenshot of the DM here, and I'll match it up with your email address, and we'll make sure. Got that? Okay, good. All right, Judd. So we got one given away, guys. We got 5 more to go. Auga banana. Okay. Okay. Also, Tech Mugen, if you can put in that PM and DM whether you want a large or an extra large Buy Me an iPhone shirt. Okay. Yeah, don't be throwing up banana in there, Halo Kid. Okay. All righty. So, Judd, what do you hope to see in the future for not only Bluetooth but kind of the industry as a whole? Is there is there a direction that you would like to see the industry go that would either, I mean, let's face it, would make you more money, or just technology in general?
I'm liking what I'm seeing now. We have a very prosperous country, even though we're in a recession right now. In the US and worldwide, it's really a global economy nowadays, and we're in a real blessed time. We can count ourselves very fortunate. We have a lot of technology at our disposal. Really innovative products out there, and so there's a lot of devices that I was just telling you that my iMac failed installation. My iMac crashed, and so it's just now failed installation. I've had a Mac for about 3 years, and this is the first time I've had a crash. Sorry, I was distracted. So moving forward in the future, I think Bluetooth sound quality could be better. The SBC codec in Bluetooth is a little rough. There's a great company called APT, and they have a codec called APT-X. Looking to include that in our next generation product. What it does is 2 things. There's a lot of white noise in Bluetooth sound in the SBC codec. So white noise is just that rough, coarse kind of sound that you'll often hear when you press pause or if it's between tracks. APT-X codec, it eliminates that. It brings out a little bit more bass as well, which is great. And they also focus in reducing the latency. Now, we have a lot of customers out there who use iPhone, and they'll be listening to video. Watching a movie on some Bluetooth headphones today, you'll notice a little bit of latency between the video and the audio. And so having X will eliminate that latency. Won't be that lip sync problem. So that's a development I would like to see push forward a little better, so that we can have better audio in our Bluetooth headphones, and that audio needs to originate from the music device.